here let me explain about the other fields. This is taking the data of the old account as well, because already this guy is exceed the credit limit. Even though if you are giving the new credit limits to this guy, the total amount and individual limits is your extra limit also. The old outstanding also taken into the consideration, because I just in the COPA the values has to be carried forward. That means you are giving the new credit facility, that shouldn't mean that the old values will get changed here. I just checked that. Anyway, let us go ahead with the automatic credit control. Yeah, I'm recording it. Okay, and now let me go to the automatic credit control. This is the screen OBA8 I have here, and we can define our own automatic credit controls. Let me show this here. We'll directly go to the new entries and define the values. See, somebody just like that. Now, let me go to the new interest. We can define our own credit control, our own automatic credit control here based on the values that we have defined. See, this is the value which we have defined. The credit control area is this, and say for example our risk category is this. 01 this high risk we have taken, ZS1, and the credit group. The credit groups which we have specified in the respective document type. They have specified this is for K1 is for the sales order. Okay, here we'll name this as make a credit control. Here we have some important fields. Let us check this one by one, and I'll also show the effect, how this is going to affect in the sales order. All these fields, let us see one by one here. The first one is we are going to define the automatic credit control in the combination of the credit control area, risk category, and credit group. This is the combination, that is how we will determine the automatic credit control area, and the risk category and the credit group, and we will name this here. The same update groups which we have seen in the definition of the credit control area, that has been copied here. If you can see, 1200 we have discussed about the open orders, open order item, open delivery item, open billing item. This values has been copied here. The same one we have taken in the definition of this, right? And the first field, I have something here, no credit check. Whatever may be the reason, if I don't want to check the credit limits for a particular customer or particular for this combination, if I check this, the credit limits will not be checked for the sales order or for the delivery. Now, say for example, if I check sales order and I save this, when I'm creating the sales order, the credit limits will not be checked. Say for example, this is a seasonal sale from for another 3 days. I don't want to block the sales orders. Again, we'll go back and release the sales order. I don't want to do that. Whatever may be the reason, even if the credit limit is exceeded by the customer, if I want to release the, if I want to create the sales order and give the goods to those people, we just simply, instead of blocking the orders and go to VKM3 and releasing the sales orders, directly we will just put here no check. If you put no check here, even though if you assign the limits in FD32 or you are doing the automatic rate control, if the document type is having the value D, even though instead of having every setup, the system is not going to check the credit limits to the customer at all. This is the one functionality here. And I have something called item check. This you can, in the interviews also, this you can say as a ticket as well. Now, item check means if I check this particular check here, at the time of sales order creation, the system will go and check for each and every item. The system will go and check for and check the credit limits for each and every item. Let me save this. /NB01 enter. Order type is OR. Now this will collect as each line item, right? So if I check this if I have the item level check, the system will go and check for each and every line item at the time of sales order creation. This is the one. So for example, you can say we got a ticket for the system is not checking the credit limits at the time of sales order creation. Now of course this is not happened. We fully are not maintained the entries, so it is not check the credit limit here, but the functionality of the item check is that it will go and check for each and every line item. That is the functionality of this particular field. If I enter the item level check. And one more thing, say for example the main functionality of that field is I am going to enter 10 different items here, and at the end it will say, at the time of saving the order, it will say the credit limit has been exceeded. Instead of that, if you have the item level, after entering 5 items, it will, if it says that it has been exceeded, you can delete the 5th entry, you can save with 4 line items, you can create the sales order, you can do the delivery without any blocking. Right? That is the functionality of this field. To enable that, we have item level check here. Now, deviation, I have something called deviation percentage. Deviation in percentage, that means, say for example, I have given 10,000 is the credit limit to the customer. If he is deviating, and if I specify here as a 5%, if he deviates by 5%, the system will not stop him, or the system will not give the error message in the sales order. That means 10,000 plus 5%. Up to 10,500, the system will allow to use this. Even if you can check the credit card, or even whatever the credit card you are holding, by default they will give us 5%. Suppose if your credit limit is 10,000 rupees, if you are swiping up to 10,400, 10,500, the system will allow, but they will charge extra for that. That is a different case. Here, the deviation percent, the system will, whatever the percentage you are specifying here, the system will allow you to have the deviation up to that percentage. Clear here? Sati? Yeah. And I have a number of days here. Say for example, if I am specifying 10 days here, up to 10 days, the system will not go and check the credit limit. Now, the basic idea why we have this is, so customer has exceeded the credit limit, and we go to VKM3 and release the sales order, and our sales executive will go and discuss with the customer. Say for example, he is taking the commitment for another 1 week, he is going to release the payment. So up to 1 week, I don't want to have any credit limit checks to that particular customer or for that particular credit control area. Now what we will do, instead of blocking the orders, will go and put the number of days here. How many number of days that we are putting it here, up to that number of days, the system will not check the credit limit of the particular customer. It will not go and check, no credit check will happen up to that number of days. Yes, even though we exceed the value, the system will not check this. But in real time, generally we don't use this. But the functionality of that particular field is this. You can see here, go. Yeah. No, the number of days is, there we don't have any number of days here. See, specify number of days after which a changed document must be rechecked for credit. That means up to 7 days, no credit check is going to happen if I put 7 here. Yeah, and you are saying something about FD32? No. The horizon date is coming here. I'll explain here. This is the horizon date. Okay. This is number of days. How many days that you don't want to check the credit limit. Now here the horizon date is something like, if I'm taking 1 month here, up to 1 month, the open values, whatever the order, open delivery, open billing values will not be taken into consideration to calculate the credit limit. Okay, if that means another 1 month extra we are giving the credit facility. So that is applicable only for the dynamic credit check, not for the static credit check. Now I'll just come to that a bit later. Now number of days. So whatever the number of days that we are specifying, that many number of days the system is not going to check the credit limits to the customer. And in the checks, I have 2 different checks, or rather 3 different checks. I can say first is the static credit check. Static credit check, if you go for the static credit check for the purpose of evaluating the credit limits, the system considers all those open orders or open items which are due after the horizon date also. That means this is not going to take the horizon date into consideration. If I go for static credit check, what has happened? It will take what is the credit limit of the customer which we have given to the customer, and which what is already used. Already used means what is the open items. Open items means the open sales order, open delivery, open billing values. It will calculate all the total, and it will go to VA01 here at the time of sales order creation. Now what is the new order value it is coming? The new order value, including this, whether it is exceeded the credit limit or not exceeded the credit limit, it will check. And if it exceeds the credit limit, based on the reaction and status here, we are going to set the system is going to behave. Now if I take dynamic credit check for my evaluating purpose, it will take all the open values, and it will also take into the consideration of the horizon date. Say for example 1 month, it will calculate above 1 month what is the open values I have. After 1 month, which is crossed the 1 month date. That means, say for example, we are in the February 10th now. Up to January 10th, after January 10th, whatever we have created the sales order, whatever we have created the deliveries and billing, these values will not be taken into consideration because the values has not crossed 1 month. Before January 10th, what is the open values plus what is the limits that we have given to this guy, which will calculate and evaluate the credit limits for dynamic credit check. Generally any question in the credit management means you can expect in the interview, what is the difference between static credit check and the dynamic credit check? The simple answer is static credit check, if you are taking the credit limits evaluation, it will check with all the open values, and it will check the FD32 value of the customer, and it will compare whether the customer has exceeded the credit limits or not exceeded the credit limits. Now, if I am taking the dynamic credit check for evaluating my credit limits, it will also check the above values, that means the above all the open orders, and plus it will take the horizon date into consideration and check whether the customer has exceeded the credit limits or not exceeded the credit limits. Clear here? The only difference between the static credit check and the dynamic credit check is the horizon date. In the dynamic credit check, we are going to have the horizon date. In the static credit check, we don't have any horizon date. That's the only difference. Now, let me go to the reaction. Reaction means here, once the customer exceeds the credit limit, how the system has to react. If I take blank, that is no message. That means here, when I create that, even though customer has exceeded the credit limit, system has not given any message because of the blank here. Now, if I take warning, the system will give the warning message. If I take error, the system will give the error message. That means if I take B, I cannot save the sales order. If I take A, I can save the sales order with a warning message. And I have C. That means it will give warning and it will also specify how much value is already exceeded. By how much value is already exceeded. And if I take B, it will give the error message. That means like B, plus it will also show what is the value that is already exceeded. So based on the requirement, you can take warning, error, or warning like warning with the exceeded limit and error with the exceeded limit. So we have 4 different options here. Now let me save this warning message and status. This is for the giving the reaction and this is for the status. Status means if I check this status 1, if I check this fail, the document will be blocked for processing if the limit is exceeded. That means status or block. This guy is exceeded the credit limit, this is going to block the sales order. That means you cannot create the delivery until unless you go and manually remove the block. How to remove the block? We will go to VKM3 /VKM3. VKM3 is the key code to release the blocks. We select the sales order here, we'll execute and we'll go there. Now I'll just create a sales order once the block is happening, then I'll show you how to release this. Now, horizon date, yes, we have already seen this. And suppose if I put open order values and the open deliveries, this is again, it will take, if I have any oldest open order values or the oldest open deliveries, above like 1 month or 2 months or 3 months, that will be shown immediately in the sales order. Thus you have oldest open order values or open delivery values at the time of sales order creation. That means he has taken the, he has created the sales order from last 3 months, it is pending for the credit limits. Then it will, if I have this check, it will show from so and so orders, there are some open sales orders for this or open deliveries for this particular customer at the time of sales order creation. Now let us see this warning, how this is going to give. Let me save this, data is saved for this. And this is the credit control area we have given this, the risk category we have taken this, given is the, for the document type you have given this. Let me check the sales document. Fashion Vivo V8. Now go to the war here. Detail, fine. Let me go here. See, we have taken the error message here. I am talking about this here. We have taken the warning message. So it is giving warning in the sales order. If I say yes, we can directly go ahead with the creation of the you can directly go ahead with the creation of the sales order, but that will be blocked for processing. Now let me save this. I just want to block this. It says the dynamic rate check is exceeded. Press enter. We can create this sales order here. Now I have created 12312 is the sales order I have created, and we have saved this here. Now how to go and release this is controlled here. /VKM3. VKM3 is the T code to release the block. This has been already blocked just now we have created. We'll go. This is the tick mark. This order has been blocked for processing actually. This is the tick mark, and this is the flag to release. You can see release, right? Release. This will, the total line will become green, and save this. Once you save this, you will get a message saying that order so and so has been released. You see, order so and so has been released. That means this is blocked for processing, and we have released manually. So in my company, if I am creating orders for one day, say for example, I am going to create 1000 orders, then it's simply not possible to go and every time we'll release the sales orders manually. Instead of that, either we, if the requirement, if we have, either we'll go for no check here, or we'll go for number of days. Now let me take the warning message here. Warning, we have taken the warning here. Let me take the error message here, and let us see what exactly is going to happen. Now I have saved this. Go here, sales order creation /NVA01, enter. Warning message says dynamic credit limit has exceeded. Data cannot be saved. Previously, this message was not there. If you can see, the data cannot be saved. Even still, I press enter. I press continue. At the time of saving this, it will give an error here. Dynamic credit check has been exceeded. You cannot create the sales order here. So this is happening because of this warning which you have, this error message which you have taken. Say for example, I want to have the error message. I also want to how much the limit has been exceeded. Paddu. Now, dynamic credit, I have taken the value as D here. I want to check the error message as well as I want to see how much /VA01. Now I want to see how much is exceeded with the error message. Now let me check this. Now it says dynamic credit has been exceeded, data cannot be saved, this much is exceeded. So this is happening because of this. Now, if I don't check this block, even the customer has exceeded the credit limit, the system is not going to block the sales order. You can just directly go ahead with the creation. Let me show you this as well. The system is not going to put any block here. /NVA01, enter. Let me give the warning. /NVA01, enter. We'll go here, 2400, 2400, 10 here. it is giving the warning message because I have taken the warning message here and the block is not taken. That means it will not, even though if it is giving warning message, I create the sales order, it will not be blocked for processing actually. Now let me save this. Yes. See, 12313 has been created here. Now I'll go here for the releasing that /n vkm3. Enter. The document is need not just a minute. Here status is blocked. Then it should not give any block. Let me check this. Document category credit control area is this. No, this is not the functionality. When we take this, there should not be blocked. It should not block anything. Data is saved. Let me go here. /NVA01. Enter. Enter. There's no stop for this. Now let me go for 3. Now let me check the scheduler. 10 pieces has been confirmed for 16th. Alright. Now let me go back. Check incompletion log. Document is complete. I'm just saving the order. It will say credit limit has been exceeded, but it should not block actually. 12314 has been saved. Now let me go here /NVA02. Enter. Enter. Now this is how we will go and create the delivery from here. Let me go for creation of the delivery. See, it has directly taken to the delivery document. I am in the delivery creation of overview. It is not given any error. I mean, it is not blocked for the status. Right? Now, let me go here, take the block here, save this. I have saved the data. I will go here for creation of another sales order. /NVA01. Enter. Enter. Take the same customer, same material. I'll show what is the block. What exactly we do here. Dynamic credit check has been exceeded. I say enter. I'll go and check whether the document is complete or not. Yes, it is completed. I'll save this. Since the dynamic credit exceeded. 12315 is the order. Now let me go here /NVA02. I'm going to the change mode of the sales order. This is. Now if I go here for delivery, the system should show an error message. It should not create the delivery. Yes. Says that 12315 order blocked for delivery as a result of credit check. So this is blocking, or it should block, or it should not block. This is controlled here in the status and blocking. This is the important of this field. Now I'll take one or two real-time examples here, and the same thing we can take for the user exit. I have user exit 1, user exit 2. You can write the user exit, and we can put those user exits into field. We'll activate the user exit. based on the requirement. Now let me explain the requirement for this. We have done a project for Johnson & Johnson. Now Johnson & Johnson is having the life-saving drugs. I mean life and death material we will call it as. In the material master we have included a field called life and death material. If that field is having the value as Y, that means that material is a life and death material. Now the scenario is this: whenever a customer is placing an order for life and death material, even though if the customer has exceeded the credit limit, the system should not stop for processing. Like this, the system should not stop for processing. Even though customer has exceeded the credit limit, if he is placing the sales order for life and death material indicator having the material, the system should not block the sales order. The sales order should through, and the delivery should happen. It should allocate the inventory. The PGI should happen, and the material should got delivered to the customer. This is the requirement. Now we have configured the same thing in this way. So first thing, we are supposed to identify whether this material is a life and death material or not. So for that we have included a field in the material master. Yes, if the material master, if you have indicator as a Y, the system treats that material as a life and death material. Now again we have taken the values. Go to sales order, item level, check the material number. If the material number is having life and death indicator, please bypass the credit limit check. We have given the FS on that way and given to the Abacus. They have written the PS based on the FS, and we have set up the block. This is the one best example you can say in the interviews also. Now in detail, if you want that FS, I can send the FS to you people, and you can see that. Okay, I think I have in the CD. I have very less disk space here. I don't have it with me here. I'll send you the FS. You can see that in detail very clearly we have given. Basically what it has supposed to do, it has to go and check the material master. If it finds value Y, it has to go and check the net value of the order and check that, and it has to go and check the FD32 value of the customer, and it will check whether it is exceeded or not exceeded. If it exceeded, bypass the credit limit check. If it's not exceeded, not require the other points to take into the consideration. If it's not exceeded, anyway we are going to do the delivery for him. If it is exceeded, we have to bypass the credit limit check. Right? Yeah. Karthik, I am clear here? Yeah. Now, okay. Yes, definitely I am going to send the FS along with the TS. TS also I will send what kind of code we have written. In fact, I sit with Abacus for almost 3-4 days we have taken to write this, and I will send you both the TS and FS for you both. I only thing is I required maybe some time to search that, maybe another half an hour or 45 minutes. Yeah, let me search the document and send it to you. Okay. Now we have some standard reports. We have some standard reports in the credit management. Now, if somebody is asking in the interviews, can you tell me some standard report or standard reports? You can always say that this is the a report. Let me explain about the report. Say for example, I have VKM1. We are going to VKM3 and releasing the sales orders here. Of course, if you can go to VKM1, you can see all the sales orders for a given combination. What is the sales orders is already got blocked. Let me go to /NVKM1. VKM1 is the list of the sales orders which has got blocked for credit limit, which is already got blocked for credit limit. Now let me say that we can have the report based on the credit control area, based on the customer number. The credit account is nothing but the customer number. Okay, and based on the risk category we can have, based on the credit groups we can have. So anyway, in any of the combination we can see what is the orders which is got blocked for delivery. Now let me show you for this particular customer how many orders has been blocked for delivery. The T code is VKM3. Now if you can check this here, if you can see, this is the orders which is blocked for delivery for this particular customer. Now if I want, I can just select one or two and go for release, the same way which we have done in VKM3. But in the VKM3 the list will not be displayed. Here it is going to display the total list. This is one report. So to see the list of sales orders which is got blocked for due to the credit limits. You can go here. I have selected two different orders. This has come in the green. I'll go for save. It will, both the orders have been okay. It's giving the error saying the schedule and category and here is not defined. Here this we have taken the risk categories and the things is different. Okay, not an issue. Before we are creating the sales order, the risk categories and the things are different. Now it is different, so it is giving the message here. Let me go here. Let me release this. Yes. This is output schedule and category. Here is not defined. Here is the category here. Okay. But that is got released. So this is one of the report, and another thing what thought of explaining it here is this is for the sales document, and VKMY is for the delivery document. VKM5. Let me go here /n VKM5. This VKM1 is for sales document, VKM5 for the delivery document. You can give the delivery number and execute this. It will go and release all the deliveries which is blocked for billing. Once we create the delivery, the next step would be creating the billing actually. So at the time of billing, if it says the delivery is got blocked for credit limits, we will go to VKM5 and release all those. And this is another report we can say, and anyway VKM3 we have seen, and VKM1, VKM3, VKM5. Individually, if you can say this and remember, this will help you while you are doing this. Now, if you can go to VKM, and if I go to VKM3, I can release this, and I can do the delivery of that. Now, I think I have completed the credit management here. This is how the credit management, the automatic credit will happen. First we have to go and create the credit control area. This we have to assign to the company code and the sales organization, and we are supposed to assign to the customer master as well. And the risk category, this we are going to assign in the FD32, and the credit group, this we are going to assign to the respect to the sales document, the order document or the delivery document. And with this combination we are going to define the automatic credit control. Here we have seen some fields: what is no check, what is deviation, what is number of days, what is item check, and what is static, what is dynamic, then what is the reaction we can have, what is the status we can have, what is the horizon date. And also we have seen in the FD set, we have also seen one user exit here, and I'll send the document for that. And also we have seen in the FD32 how to maintain the individual limits for the customers, and what is sales value, what is the percentage already used, what is the document value, all this. Now I request you people to do the practice. Definitely you will get the errors. Please come back to me with the errors. And I think if you can check the general error document, for 1 or 2 errors I have given, which is the expected one. If it's not clear, still you can come back to me. First do the practice, take the error, try to solve, or if it's not clear, please come back to me. I will just, but whenever I get the mail or the call or the ping from your end in the site, maybe when I'm online, I'm happy to clear those. I'll stop here.